May I come in, sir?
Come.
I do not have enthusiasm left to give.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yaksh,
Yes, sir.
please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Yaksh,
Sir,
why do you want to be an Indian Administrative Service Officer?
yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, because IAS is a prestigious job and it provides opportunity to work for the people and solve the administrative problems, sir.
What kind of administrative problems?
So problems ranging from education, health, women empowerment, these things can be
Very
solved.
good. Can you tell me 3 schemes of the central government social sector schemes that have worked?
Sir, one is the MG Narega for
Hmm.
providing employment in the rural areas. Second is Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan for the education. And third is the Matru Suraksha Yojana for,
Suraksha Yojana. What is this?
so for the institutional deliveries, sir, for the women.
So Suraksha Yojana is not the name, I think.
So
Indira Gandhi Matritva Sahyog
yes,
Yojana.
thank you, sir.
Tell me 3 schemes that have not worked or you feel that could have been done differently.
Sir, I'm not able to recall any schemes. Sir.
No scheme. Not in one scheme. कुछ तो बोलो. What would you have done differently? I'm not saying, okay, forget about criticizing. You tell me what you would have done differently.
Sir, I would like to change the schemes regarding the women empowerment.
Women empowerment,
Yes.
okay. Name a scheme. Or generally all schemes you want to change.
No, sir. I want to change the perspective and the mindset of the people, to change the patriarchal mindset from the ground level itself, sir. So regarding that, I want to work in this field, sir.
You want to work in that field, but no scheme as such.
Sir, I'm not able to recall.
Not
any
able
scheme
to recall.
which is
Okay,
not
no
able-
problem. These bulldozers are being used
Yes, sir.
in UP.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Sir, in my view, the illegal encroachments should be removed, but the prior notices and the prior rules and regulations should be followed before using the bulldozers, sir.
So these no rules and regulations are not followed right now.
Sir, in Delhi, it is alleged that the prior notices were not given to the people.
But is it
before.
okay to use bulldozers? Go and bulldoze somebody's house like that?
So I think for removing the encroachment, it can be used, sir.
That is the best way. Is that the best way? You're an engineer, civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
Is it the best way?
It's easy to remove the encroachment using the bulldozers, but the image has been set in a wrong way, sir.
No, forget about
society.
image. As a civil engineer, you tell me, is it good to use bulldozers?
Yes, sir. From civil engineering perspective, it is a good way, sir.
It is a good way. Okay, very good. So you will use bulldozer if you are DM somewhere.
Sir, it can be used, sir.
It can be. No, will you use or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Chalo. 100 meters and 200 meters race you participated in.
Yes, sir.
What is your timing?
So my timing for the 100 meter is 11.6 seconds.
11.6.
Yes.
Acha.
And for 200, it is 23 seconds, sir.
23 seconds.
Yes.
Who's the current Olympic champion in 100 meters?
Sir, in Tokyo Olympics, Markel Jacob from Italy. He has won in 100 meter. Marcel Jacob, sir.
Marcel Jacob.
From Italy, sir.
And women?
So women, I'm not able to recall. Sorry, sir.
I'll give you a clue. Someone from Jamaica.
So I think Thompson
good,
Hera
very good.
Johnson.
Very good.
Yes,
Very
thank
good.
you, sir.
Elaine.
Thompson Hera Johnson.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Chalo. When is Engineers Day?
It's on 15th of September, sir. My date of birth.
15th of September. Oh, your date of birth. Very
Yes.
good. Why is it observed on that day?
Sir, to mark the birth anniversary of M. Visvesvaraya.
Who is he?
So he was a civil engineer in pre-independence time. He has built the Krishnaraj Sagar Dam as well as worked on controlling the floods in the Hyderabad city, sir.
Very good. Where is this Krishnaraja Sagara Dam?
Sir, it's in Karnataka, sir.
Where in Karnataka?
So I'm not sure about the exact
Not
location.
sure.
Smart answer.
Very good. Karnataka. Since you said Hyderabad specifically, so I thought you know the city also. No? What was Karnataka called before independence?
Sorry, sir, I'm not. I
Not
don't-
aware.
No, sir.
Think. You'll get
Sir,
it. Something
my-
with M.
Mysore, sir.
Ah,
Thank you.
very good. Shabash. Okay. Finally, you like to write on Quora.
Yes.
What kind of answers do you write on Quora? Are you qualified to write these answers?
Sir, I write answers on civil services preparation and the rural society.
Okay, very
And
good.
I
Okay,
express my views in.
your views.
Yeah, my views and my experiences on this.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yaksh,
Sir.
you have taken sociology as a subject.
Yes.
In the Indian context, what are the 5 challenges in the sociological sector?
Sir, one is the marginalization of some sections of the society like Dalits, women. Second is the social tensions on the lines of caste and religion. Thirdly, sir, the discrimination against the sections like LGBTQ. And fourth is the high poverty level. So these things I'm able to think right now. Sir.
Caste, religion,
Discrimination and
poverty.
Yes. Sir.
And if you have to rate them in the order of priority, can you tell these 4 or 5 challenges in the order of priority as per their crisis critical level? Which is the most critical in your opinion?
So in my opinion, poverty is the most critical challenge in Indian society.
After that, number 2,
Number 2 would be the discrimination in the society, sir.
discrimination in what?
So discrimination amongst the sections like women.
See, can you not subdivide it and be more specific?
Yes, sir.
Is it women? Is it caste? Is it what?
Sir, the women. Discrimination against the women would be my second priority. Sir.
And third?
Third would be the caste system, sir.
Now, the power crisis in India. Can you tell me something about it?
See, sir, the current power crisis has been from the two sides, demand side as well as the supply side. From the demand side, after the reopening of the economy after the COVID pandemic,
Fine. High demand.
yes, sir. Secondly, high demand has also been due to the early onset of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
From the supply side, sir, inadequate rakes of railways to move coal from the mines to the thermal power plants and the high international prices due to
Of
the
imported coal.
yes, sir. These things have contributed to the power crisis, sir.
Why should India import coal when there is so much of coal available, domestic coal available?
See, number one is the low mining in India, the lack of usage of the technologies. Secondly, the quality of coal in India is mostly bituminous. So for coking coal, we need to rely on the imported coal, as well as our coastal power plants are also using coal to reduce the logistics cost because it is very high in India. Sir.
Okay, Yaksh, let's go to the foreign policy section. Time has come for India now to change its stand on the Russian-Ukrainian crisis. What do you have to say to this observation? India has been mechanically abstaining. Even the latest vote it abstained. Time now has come for India to be more defined in its objectives. Would you agree with this or not?
So, with due respect, I would like to differ from this observation. I think India should subscribe to the strategic autonomy because we have to maintain good relations with the Western countries as well as with the Russia. We heavily depend on Russia for our defense supplies, and in the economic terms, we have integrated our economies with the Western countries. So we need to make a balance between both the sides.
But what if the Western country economies start also treating India with a lot of suspicion because of this strategic autonomy, which virtually boils down to not subscribing to the international human rights and all that?
So for this, we need to communicate our reasons for abstaining in the on the resolutions,
Till how long will the Western economies be understanding of the Indian position?
Sir, the Western countries also need India for different purposes. For example, in the Indo-Pacific region, if we are able to communicate well, I think they will understand and also provide exemptions for India, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sociology is your optional.
Sir.
Tell me something about social engineering.
Sir, social engineering means when we change, modify and manipulate the perspectives and mindset of the people.
Manipulate.
Yes, sir. Manipulate.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Manipulate the perception of the people or mindset of the people.
Sir, it majorly includes the manipulation. For example, getting the information from the person who might not be ready to give that information. For example, the social media is used for social engineering, sir. So this is as per my understanding.
Because see, all of us understand civil engineering,
Yes.
mechanical engineering, electrical engineering.
Yes.
I don't understand what is the social engineering. You are a student of sociology.
Yes.
So you have to teach me for half a second or maybe 2 seconds. What do you mean by social engineering?
Sir, can I explain it with an example?
Please.
So, for example, there is a election in some country, and a political party uses the social media to manipulate the people's mindset and compel people to vote for that political party through social media like Twitter, Facebook. So, this process can be termed as social engineering, sir.
Okay. Very good. Good idea. Now, your choice of services, DANIX and DANIFs, serial number 8 and 9, civil accounts and postal services, Group A services are lower than that. Why? Group B is preferable to Group A.
Sir, I have put these services in preference because of the public engagement that these services have. The
So
public
in postal
interaction.
and civil accounts, there is no public engagement. It is only private.
Sir, but in the DANIX and DANIFs, the public engagement and the public interface is
See,
low.
I don't understand what do you mean by public engagement in DANIX and DANIF and not in Indian Postal Service. That doesn't deal with public.
So they also deal with the public
Then-
and solve the problems.
The Postmaster General has no public role.
So they do.
Okay, so let's, suppose you are a district collector posted in Lucknow. What will you do for the senior citizens?
Sir, firstly, I would like to sensitize and educate people regarding the needs of the senior citizens.
What are the needs?
So needs ranging from health, social support, social security, etc. And secondly, sir, I would like to sensitize that to the people the role that the senior citizens have played in our society, and they have provided
Do
support.
you think that people have time for the senior citizens? The children have no time for the senior citizens.
Sir, I think majority of the children have time for the senior citizens. As I come from a rural
As
background.
a student of sociology, any state has done something regarding this, the role of children towards the senior citizens, which can be taken as a best practice when you are posted as the district collector.
Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall the.
Okay, what is your understanding about social mobility?
Sir, social mobility means when a person or a group of person from the society moves from one hierarchy or one strata of the society to another strata. It can be downward mobility, it can be upward mobility. The mobility can be in terms of status or wealth.
Okay, now my last 2 questions. Are you familiar about Operation Langda? Operation Langda.
Sir, in my view, the shooting should be used only in case of self-defense by the police or if the criminal is escaping. So,
But the state government is, the code word is Operation Langda. Do you support it or you don't support it?
Sir, I won't support the name of the operation.
Then what should be the name? But you support encounter.
Sir, the encounter should be the last resort, sir. If for example, if criminal is escaping or for the self-defense of the police, the encounter can be used in that case only, sir.
Okay, my last two questions. What is the difference between government and governance? Government and governance.
Sir, the government means the public representatives that the public has appointed, and an executive is appointed from those representatives. By governance, I understand the way of providing services to the citizens. The services include social services like health, education, etc., and also providing a stable system in the society through law and order, judicial system, etc. sir.
Are you aware of this, PM Gati Shakti? And there is also another word, Gati.
Yes, sir.
Familiar?
Yes.
What is that PM Gati Shakti?
Sir, PM Gati Shakti aims to enhance the infrastructure of the country. It brings different ministries together for the multimodal logistics enhancement. For example, naval.
Okay. And what about Gati?
Sir, Gati means speed.
So this Gati Shakti and Gati, they are different or they are same?
Sir, in the Gati Shakti.
Gati Shakti, now, I have got it. But what about Gati? Is there another scheme known as Gati?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about
Okay,
this.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yaksh,
Sir.
if we go in the Indian mythology, in which book we will find the Yaksh Prashna?
Sir, in Mahabharat.
In Mahabharata.
Yes.
Who asked those Yaksh Prashna and to whom?
Sir, Yaksh, who was the tutelary deity or the protecting deity of the lake, he asked questions from Yudhishthir.
He straight away asked from Yudhishthir or he asked from others also?
So earlier he asked about these questions from the four Pandavas, but at last Yudhishthir was able to answer the questions satisfactorily to the Yaksh.
Very good. Can you name some of the Yaksh Prashna which were asked?
Yes, sir. So the questions were based on intellectual and wisdom. The questions were like, who is higher than the sky? Yudhishthir replied that father is higher than the sky.
Excellent. Then who is heavier than the earth?
So mother is heavier than the earth.
Very good. Then who is the poorest among all?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the answer.
Okay, very good. So Yaksh, you have studied in IIT Guwahati
Sir,
and you are a resident of Uttar Pradesh.
sir.
You give me 2 points where society of UP scores over the society of Guwahati, Assam, and give me 2 points where society of Assam trumps the society of UP. You are also a student of sociology.
So first, I would like to answer the second question, where the
Okay.
Assam.
That is the easier part. Answer.
So firstly, the equality part in Assam, because Assam has many tribes which promote and encourage equality in the society. Second is the openness of the society, the less usage of taboos which are there in Uttar Pradesh still. In these two things, I think Assam has an upper hand.
Very good. More equality. Chalo.
So in Uttar Pradesh, the poverty level is less as compared to the
You are
Assam.
going into economic aspects, na? You go to the societal aspect.
Yes. Sir, in society, sir, I think I need to read on that more about it.
You belong to Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
You cannot give me 1 point where your society is better than Assamese society.
Sir, I am not able to think about it at the moment, sir.
Okay, probably more welcoming to the outsiders.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. That is a very valid point.
Okay, Yaksh, you are a civil engineer also.
Sir,
So there is a file in front of you. Please take it. Take the pen. Please
Yes.
take it.
thank you, sir.
Now draw me a stress strain curve. And now also tell me how will you find the Young's modulus in it.
So can I show from here?
Yeah, bring it here. No issues. You give it to me. where will you do the fracture? You have not fractured it.
Sir, the fracture will be at this point, sir.
Very
The
good.
last point.
Good. Why do we use ballast in railway tracks?
Thank you, sir. Sir, the ballast provides first the drainage to the railway lines.
Very good.
Secondly, it is flexible in nature. So it provides more stability to the railway tracks, sir.
Good. Anything else other than this?
Sir, I'm not able to recall any.
Controlling vibrations.
Controlling vibration. Thank you, sir.
One term you used while answering to sir's question was LGBTQIA.
Yes.
Explain this term, LGBTQIA.
So L for lesbians, G for gay,
Hmm.
T for trans,
LGB. B for?
B for bisexual, sir.
Hmm.
T for transgenders,
Hmm.
Q for queer,
Hmm. I.
intersexual, sir.
Very good. A.
Sir, I am not sure about
Asexual.
it. Asexual. Thank you, sir.
Good. So, Yaksh, suppose you become a district magistrate of Amroha and you are given an opportunity to serve your district. What will be your number 1, 2, 3 priorities?
So my number one priority would be the agriculture.
Okay.
to encourage
Number
the
2.
status. Number 2 would be education level.
Very good. Number 3.
Number 3 would be inclusivity in the society, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yaksh. That will be all from my side. Sir, over to you.
Okay, Yaksh, your interview is over.